Hey, good Thursday morning. Meteorologist Doug Hetty. I want to update you on our, what's going on with our pattern, what's going to happen with thunderstorms over the next few days. We're going to take a look at the hurricane as well and what's going to happen down the road. Now that my pattern is completely set, the cycle's been set for a few months now. So it's a very interesting time because we get to see the cycle that's been set for several months interact with the pattern now that is completely set, and we get to see how the rest of the fall and the winter is going to react. I think it's kind of interesting. But let me show you what's going to happen over the next few days. Of course, into today, we're still going to be warm, we're going to be humid. We're going to have another line of showers and thunderstorms really fire up. This is during the evening hours. This is right along a cold front. You can see the thunderstorms from Kansas City to Wichita, just west of Oklahoma City. Some of these could be strong, some of these could be severe. Main threat's going to be gusting winds and some large hail, but we're going to have to keep our eyes on these as we work through the overnight hours. Some heavy amounts of rain as they plow south and east. They will weaken during the overnight hours, but we're going to see heavy amounts of rain across western Missouri, southeastern Kansas, down through north central parts of Oklahoma. And you can see through the overnight hours, these drive south and east and then start to weaken as they push into northwestern parts of Arkansas. But that's the next storm system we really got to watch as we head through the overnight hours tonight. Now, let me shift this map for you, the screen, and I'm going to resize it. And we're going to look at, we're going to start looking at the hurricane here. Let's see if I can resize the screen a little bit for us. Maybe I can. But, okay. Let's go to, let's see if I can, we're going to go to the southeastern parts of the U.S. I want you to see the hurricane coming in. So this is tomorrow evening, 8, 9 o'clock. You can see it right in here. Watch it as it rides right up the eastern coast of Florida. So this is by midday on Friday, and then it takes the right turn right up the coastline, and then it ejects out. This is interesting. I'll go down to the surface. You got to remember, on a hurricane, what is so interesting about a hurricane, and this is looking at the surface winds. So we are seeing the eye wall possibly making landfall right on the coast of Florida. Now the strongest winds and the strongest part of hurricanes on the right side. The coast is on the left side, so they'll take the weaker winds. But if the eye wall rides up the coast, that's a prolonged landfall. And this hurricane should strengthen a little bit as it hits the Gulf Stream right down in here. So that's something we want to watch as we head through the next 24 to 36 hours. You can see the rain, you can see the eye wall right in here. Huge eye wall. Look at the eye wall right here. This is Friday morning. Let's go into Friday evening, right up the coast, and then it takes that turn out. Now, here's what's even funnier. I guess not funnier, but more interesting is what this storm system does after this point in time. I'm going to go to, I'll go back to the surface here. This is really kind of odd. Okay, so watch the hurricane here. I'm going to go through time. Takes the right turn. Goes back south. Now, it's not going to be a hurricane at this time, but, you know, an upper level low. Could go back over Florida, out into the Gulf Stream. So by next week, it's way down here by the Yucatan Peninsula. Could do a full loop. That's kind of interesting. So that's something we're going to be watching over the next several days, but a dangerous situation for at least the next 36 to 48 hours along the southeastern coast. Let's look at the pattern here. And we have, I'm going to go to, let's see, this storm system that's rolling in right now. We have this little upper level wave. And this is, pull out my handy dandy little maps. This is very much the same that we saw right in the middle of August. Now, the new pattern wasn't set then, but the cycle was already set. So that's how I can tell exactly where we were in the pattern. Now next week, we're going through most of next week. So we're at about Tuesday, Wednesday. In fact, I'm going to actually widen this view to North America. So let's go all the way to about next Tuesday. You can see this ridge, and then this system drops down. Ridge drops down. It's identical to what happened right around August 18th, 19th, 20th. Old pattern, same cycle. Then it gets interesting as we head into, let's see, this is about the middle of October. We'll start to see systems starting to drive in to northern and middle parts of California, and that's when our pattern starts getting active. And that's it's a different look because it's a new pattern, but the systems are coming in at the same time that we saw late August and to early September. So the first half of the month here, it's not the most active, but it's really going to pick up, and we're going to have a lot of cold snaps as we head into the second half of the month. So it gets pretty interesting here in about 2 or 3 weeks. Of course, I'm going to keep you updated on that. Remember, my long-range forecast is right below this video blog. I have it out through, I think, about Thanksgiving, so make sure you check it out. All right, guys, have a great Thursday, and I'll keep you updated.